The news headline: Nigerians react as Imam of Peace supports Biafra. You're welcome to this news. Please click on the subscribe button and the bell for more notifications. The news details: a Muslim influencer and reformist is Imam Muhammad Taidi, popularly known as Imam of Peace, has supported the actualization of Biafra Republic. The Muslim cleric on Wednesday took to Twitter to openly campaign for the creation of Biafra in the southeast region of the country. In a series of tweets via his verified Twitter handle, Taidi recalled the killing of Igbos during the Civil War, adding that the image of victims of the Nigerian military are horrific. The controversial cleric stated that Biafra must be free, disclosing that he stands with Biafra against the oppression of the Nigerian government. However, some Nigerians who are supporters of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, have commended the Muslim cleric for lending his voice to the actualization of Biafra. The Biafran supporters took to Twitter to campaign for Biafra, making Biafra top Nigeria Twitter trends on Thursday, while others slammed Imam Taidi for openly campaigning for Biafra, asking him not to get involved in Nigeria's internal affairs. See some of the reactions below. Someone tweeted, "Muhammad Taidi, thanks bro. I need more sincere world advocates like you to help give a voice to my people of Biafra. They are attempting to do us like 1967 again. Please, any tweet on Biafra will be helpful." Another Twitter wrote, "Biafra freedom is a sacrosanct, and nothing in this world can stop her from achieving." Another tweets, "Self-determination is the right of all free people. The indigenous people of Biafra have the right to self-determination and are only asking for a United Nations supervised referendum to decide its people's destiny. #Free Biafra. We are being killed every day and no one is talking about it. Biafrans' lives matter." Muhammad Taidi has took to his Twitter page campaigning for the Biafrans, saying that the Biafrans' agitation is good and they should make sure that they have their own Biafra state so that it will not look like the civil war that happened where a lot of Igbos were killed. Now, who is this Muhammad Taidi? Let's look at his bibliography. Muhammad Taidi is an Australian Shia Muslim influencer and self-proclaimed Imam. Taidi has been embraced by a number of Western far-right and Islamophobic groups. He currently serves as the vice president of the Global Imams Council. He was born in 1982-1983, Quran, Iran. Taidi self-identifies as a Shia Muslim of Iraq origin who was born in Qom, Iran in 1982 or 1983. In 2009, he enrolled for a bachelor's degree in Islamic Studies at Al-Mustafa University in Qom, but dropped out in 2012. He later worked for one of the Shirazi-run television stations in Karbala. In 2015, he returned to Australia and is currently based in Adelaide. He is fluent in Arabic, English, and Persian. Tuaidi had earlier held Sadiq Husseini Shirazi as his Maji Taqlid. Since 2015, Tuaidi has stated that it does not subscribe to any particular religious leaders. There have been marked differences between his and Shirazi's views on a host of issues. Tuaidi is president of the Islamic Association of South Australia, which he founded in 2016. He refers to himself as the Imam of Peace. Tuaidi believes that Islam must be reformed in order to survive. He deems all acts of terrorism to be condemned in the Quran and had denounced ISRL as an extremist body that do not represent the region. In 2017, after the jihadi terrorist attack in London, he described the branch as a cancer on the religion. He has been also critical of the treatment of women in Islamic countries, has called for the appointment of women to the Australian National Imams Council and rejected the use of hijab in public. Tuaidi also opposed Muslims justifying domestic violence, polygamy, and killing of apostates. He supports limiting the building of mosques, has urged for bans of Islamic texts, particularly the Shahih al-Bukhari, in that they have been used as an ideological underpinning for acts of terrorism, advocates for the deportation of radical Islamic leaders from Australia, and supports a temporary travel ban on Muslims coming from the Middle East to Australia. Tuaidi has claimed of Allah certification to threaten the Australian way of life and was one of the most vocal advocates for shutting down of Islamic schools in entirety or radically reforming them for security reasons. After making these comments, Tuaidi claimed he had been escorted into hiding by the police for fear of retribution by the Muslim community. However, a police spokesperson told the Australia that there have been no incidents relating to the removal of a person from a mosque or similar place. During August 2019, upon India revoking the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, he said of Kashmir to be a Hindu land which was rightly claimed by India, and further argued that both Pakistan and Kashmir belonged to India since it was older than Islam. Now we have come to the end of the news. Thank you once again.